वेलकम बैक हीरोज़ एंड हीरोइंस। आप लोग देख रहे हैं पोकेमॉन रिबॉर्न का एपिसोड नंबर 78। आपने पिछले एपिसोड में देखा कि हमने एक लास्ट गॉन्टलेट बैटल करी थी जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा बदनाम मानी जाती है पोकेमॉन रिबॉर्न की कम्युनिटी में। एंड हमने 6 पोकेमॉन हमारे जो थे वो वर्सेस 30 बैटल हुआ था। एंड पहले तो शेली और केन थे, उनके 6 पोकेमॉन थे, डबल बैटल थी। फिर एक सिंगल्स बैटल थी, पता नहीं कौन था, क्वेश्चन मार्क था। फिर डबल बैटल हुई थी 12 की, तो टोटल हो गया 30। एंड उसके बाद हम लोग हिप्नोटाइज हुए थे, तो तभी ये सब हुआ था। एंड अब हम लोग पता नहीं कहाँ पे हैं, क्वेश्चन मार्क आ रहा है, सेव करने पर जैसे जाते हैं तो इसमें देखते हैं। अच्छा, रिमोट पी सक्सेस हो जाता है, चलो चेंज कर लेते हैं। टीम चेंज करनी पड़ेगी थोड़ी। मैग्नेजोन को रख दिया, विड्रॉ करते हैं सिल्वर को, ठीक है। हिप्नो है ना, ठीक है। तो मेरे को उसका ये मतलब है कि हम लोग फिजिकली यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है तभी एक्सेस हो पा रहा है, ठीक है। चलते हैं आगे। Station master here, we've got your boarding passes. Another one for Reborn City, huh? They sure have been pushing that new league. Just between you and me, the old battered fence post, I hear Reborn City is kind of a dump. Why would anyone would go there is beyond me. And yet bunch of you ambitious trainer type folk have been heading out in droves. अच्छा, ये first episode का flashback दिखा रहा है. But off you go now. Train's leaving any minute. अच्छा, ये एम आई थी, लीग मैनेजर। अच्छा, ये वही सारे हैं जो ट्रेन में मर गए थे सारे एक्सप्लोर होने पर। और यहाँ पे ये बेनेट भी यहाँ पे पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है। नीचे चलते हैं। जूलिया, सो योर नाम। आई एम जूलिया, कैप्टन ऑफ चेयर एंड पेप एंड ऑल थिंग्स बबली एंड ब्राइट। ओ पपकस, are you going to take on the Reborn League? Yes, correct. That was the only thing you could ever do anyway. I'll looking forward to your challenge, so go on. Get down to the ground already. अच्छा, ये फ्लैशबैक चल रहा है। Hey, are you Ram? I'm Kiki. It's a pleasure to meet you. But is everything okay? Had something happened at the station. Well, you're here, so I guess you're all right. Aim asked that I bring you in for salvation too. Don't worry, it shouldn't take long. Let's go inside. क्या बोल रही है यार? यहाँ पे जा नहीं सकते। ठीक है। अच्छा, स्टार्टर चूज करने का आ गया और 1000 बार टॉर्च की लेंगे। ठीक है। Ken, hey you cute. You came around here often? Just kidding. Man, I'm Ram. I'm so glad to see you. I mean, I thought that I had stars in my eyes, but I guess it was just you. But really, I had been wandering around here for a while. I was starting to get worried. I have no idea how I got here or what's going on. But until you do, you say we stick together until we figure out what's in this place. And again, the only one part, so I guess that won't be hard. Come on, let's go. ठीक है। Hi, Ram. Welcome to Super Duper Ultra Hyper Electrodazzle Happy Boom Time of the Cheer. Just ignore all the super lame reality junk. I need more banners and streamers and ways to cover up the persisting revelation that best years of my life are already behind me, and from now on everything is in inevitable decline. Wait, is that a safety hazard? Oh, who cares? Anyway, don't think I'll go easy on you just because you are the one he chose. As former captain cheerleader, I have to convince myself that Onyx Trainer School's honor depend on me. OTS we represent, we pack our punch and don't relent. Alright, I'm so wild, let's... अच्छा, ये फर्स्ट जिम बैटल का फ्लैशबैक था। राम, अच्छा फर्न आ गया। A little birdie told me that you were coming here to challenge my sister. I'm forced to ask myself, why? Here's what I think, Ram. I think you don't deserve to challenge her. I think you're not good enough. Not even I was good enough. Maybe this... You don't understand why I'm doing this, Ram. It's not like a matter of pride. But you're worthy. And I never was. अरे क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? डायलॉग चेंज हो जा रहे हैं, वो सब चीज़ें जो बोली नहीं थी वो बोली जा रही हैं। अच्छा, ये फ्लोरेनिया है। प्लीज नोटिस। चली गई। ये कौन कूदा? अच्छा, ये कैल और हैदर है। कैल और हैदर फिर से चली गई है। फिर कैल। अच्छा, ये ढेर सारे कोरी हैं यहाँ पे। पूरा फ्लैशबैक दिखा रहे हैं। जितने भी ये 76 कितना है, 76 एपिसोड्स का पूरा फ्लैशबैक दिखा रहे हैं लगता है। सारे इवेंट्स जितने भी हुए हैं। What are you doing, you stupid creep? Let go of me already. The subject lashes out with verbal and physical aggression and refuses. Sigmund बोल रहा है ये. Refuses to listen to either instruction or reason. Let's begin an initial treatment at 100 volts. Do you really think you can get away with this, you dirty old man? She scratched me. Restrain her and make that 110 volts instead. Now Heather, just hold still. You might feel a little shock. Shock लग रहा है हमको. Oh, Anna. Oh, it was you. Your light shines brightest in the darkness after all. Make sure you never, ever stop shining, no matter what happens. And this is a little backward, just hang in there, okay? She should open a path for you. Unless, hey Ram, if two stars fall passing like ships in the night, do you think that they would wish upon each other? If that would happen, then which wish would win? Maybe we just have to chase them to the horizon to find out. नीचे कौन? अच्छा, यहाँ पर भी नहीं है कोई. अच्छा, ये वही वाला है. बीच में लूना है, सिगमंड है, और कोई लड़की है सिगमंड के बगल में, और ऑर्डरलीज हैं. अच्छा. Oh geez, there you are. It's really you this time, right? I lost you before. I've been seeing something really weird stuff down here. Well, I saw a version of you, but I think it was from the past. You didn't seem to even see me at all. It was pretty cold. But I thought we were gonna stick together. Aha. Listen, I keep feeling like there's something just behind me. So really stay close this time, okay? Let's go slow together. तू पता नहीं कहाँ भाग जाता है. Welcome once more. I return as striking in perfect mobility with all the fury that my soul may harbor. Because this is all I can amount to. Defeat the inner chaos. Do you really think I was talking about Zen of the mind? I could be centered dead zero and I will still end up. Uh, how is it? That's a guards up. Fair that I had to be the one to go. How is fair that my body has to be the one killing itself? I didn't ask for this. Do you think I was satisfied? Do you think I didn't have dreams? Do you think that I know a single goddamn thing about staying calm? Defeat the inner chaos. I'm made of chaos, and there's nothing I can do about that. Unlike these whiny self-absorbed children whose greatest problem is that what their hair looks like. They have no idea what it's like to wake up one day and suddenly hear that even despite everything they ever thought with their life, despite giving themselves other every step of the way, despite surviving a family that communicated mainly in drugs and violence, despite having climbed over all of the shit of life just to make one goddamn oasis serenity in this ballistic world, the only reward you get is death. Tear my stomach open, pick out my intestines, turn them into the dirt. My body would do it all in its own anyway. The only thing I ever thought was mercy, and no one could teach that to me. ओहो, ये बहुत ज़्यादा डीप हो गया. प्लीज स्टॉप फाइटिंग. आया बोल लिए. अच्छा, उसके पेरेंट्स लड़ रहे हैं. केन पीछे खड़ा हुआ है. प्लीज कम बैक. आई कैन क्लीन माई रूम एंड वोंट कंप्लेन एनीमोर. आई डू एवरीथिंग आई नीड टू. जस्ट प्लीज लव ईच अदर अगेन. ठीक है. यहाँ पर भी बहुत लोग हैं. ये so you finally left to her. Huh? Ch. I know I'm a toxic, but you could at least say bye first. But I guess that's what I deserve. अच्छा, आया को दिखाया. केन फिर आ गया. Oh, it's really just you, isn't it? This place is running me a bit ragged, and not in a good way. If I keep saying things about you, probably you have seen some things about me, too. To be honest, I just had to forget about most of that stuff. But obviously that's why I ran, haha. But then the only person I ran was in circles. I guess it's hard to do anything else when you don't know where to go. Hey Ram, do you know what you wanna do in the future? Like after all this over, yes. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. So many people seem like they just cut out and set on whatever it is they want to do. But I was never like that. नया पोकेमोन गेम खेलेंगे जब ये खत्म हो जाएगा. I can very settle on romantic partner, even with how much I joke and flirt about that stuff. It's just a common way of keeping myself safe from commitments and disappointment. If those are even any different, who knows? Maybe one day I could find somewhere I'll actually feel like I belong, place or person either way. But I've gotten around enough to know that I'm the problem, not them. Even if I did nothing, I still never feel like that I can stay. But hey, everyone's a little broken, right? And some pieces just don't fit together, no matter how much lotion. Well, never mind. You can go at this time. Sticking together never works out anyway, and maybe just this time I'll stop running. I think I've got some thinking to do, but don't be afraid to call me operator. चलते हैं यहाँ से. Luna, we meet again. I have no intention of extending to you the same mercy as we met last time. I'm here to reclaim what has been stolen from me. ये बेलरोज मैंशन की लड़ाई की बात कर रहा है. लिजी I will do. अच्छा लिजी कौन है? I'll do what must be done for your sake. ये सीरियस और कोरी है. Blast that feral woman and blast her husband twice. History cares nothing for the hopeless romanticism. He's as naive as I have been. For neither does history care for its own study. I only needed to recover the scars I carved, not on my own. But I understand now. Reality accepts nothing less than full commitment and sacrifice. Those unwilling to choose that path have it chosen for them. Then there's only one road left to walk. Ironic. Perhaps this loss was just what I needed to clean the way. अच्छा, ये शायद इसकी वाइफ है कोरी की. Lynn, how funny. You thought you were strong together, and here you are now. Let this be a lesson. Numbers don't help. Friends don't help. अच्छा डेवन कॉर्पोरेट की बात कर रही है. Nothing ever helps. No one ever helps. No one ever helps. सही है. अच्छा, ये एना और कोरी फिर से. नहीं, हेदर और कोरी. ये अच्छा, ये एल आ गया. रैडमस और लूना, ये भी चले गए. Once upon a time, a belt of meteors swept across the universe. But one day, one of those little meteors just decided she wanted to go further than any of the others ever had. She kicked up her tail, revved up her space vest, and off she went, sailing far, far away across the galaxy, further than all her best friends, further than all her loving family, further than any meteor had ever known it was possible even to go. And when she was very, very tired of flying so far away, she found a little planet she liked, and she thought that she would finally rest. So, like the little meteor started to descend on the planet's surface, but the planet's atmosphere was so hot and so thick, and the little meteor was so exhausted from flying so many millions and millions of moons across space that she burned right up in the sky. And do you know what happened? All the people on the planet looked up and they said, "Look, a shooting star. Let's make a wish." So everyone in that little planet, which had scarcely seen such a star in its life, wished and wished and wished with all their might. And those people smiled and knew hope, like they have never known before, and felt like happy. And by the time it was have come to the surface, there was nothing of the little meteor left at all. It was all poof vanished, even though it just disappeared from the world forever. Do you know what the little meteor did? It lived happily ever after, in the joy it brought and the heart it touched, and the smile it inspired in its final moments as a shooting star. So even with its last itty bitty bit of life, it never ever regretted what it had done, even once. So make sure to smile for me too, okay? Radamas, you could have been a meteorite instead. ये कौन है भैया? अच्छा, कार्डिव्योर लग रहा है. गॉसिप कार्डिव्योर. यहाँ पे गए ऊपर. Hey, this is funny. Hey, don't you even know who your real ally is? Don't you? Hey, who really made it so could get this far? Who? Hey, haven't you been having fun? Haven't you? Haven't you? So you're like me, hey. Why would else you we keep playing? कौन बोल रहा है? हिप्नो आ गया. ओह, हिप्नो से बैटल शुरू हो गया. मिस्टी टेरेन, फुल हील. मिस्टी टेरेन, फुल हील. फुल हील. मिस्टी टेरेन. हील करना पड़ेगा. मिस्टी टेरेन. ठीक है, फुल रिस्टोर. ठीक है, कर लो. मून ब्लास्ट. मून ब्लास्ट. मारते रहो. गया. ओए, फुल रिस्टोर. क्या हो रहा है? नाइन टेल्स. ओए, गया. नो. अच्छा, फाइनली यहाँ से. टीम ठीक कर ले. विड्रॉ. विड्रॉ. ये दोनों कौन है? ब्लू और पिंक हेयर में. अच्छा, ये वो है बेनेट और एल. सेरा भी यहाँ पे आई हुई है. If that's what it's looked like to die, I don't mind. I'm happy. I was finally able to be of use to my master, and feeling is my own. My own. Gossip category boldly. No matter how intense I may feel it, even I know the truth. All my desire for him is just a reflection of his own longing for her, and neither of us could even realize it. After all, a human marrying a Pokemon. How gosh, unthinkable. These aren't dark ages anymore. I'm not stupid, just a mess. And even if I put all those thoughts all square out of my head, I know they would all come rushing back to the moment I saw him again. Is that how crushes are? Or is it just part of my fate only to have his feelings? I'm suppose I will never find out. Not anymore. For now, I would rather like to sleep for a very, very long time. ये तो टेरा है. कहाँ से है? ठीक है. Titania or Amaria? It's better to be this way, but you're not the one who gets to decide that. ताका. अच्छा, ताका आ गया. Ram, I don't want to give up. I want to be able to fight like you. Please, it hurts. डोंट फॉरगेट मी। नहीं भूलेंगे भाई, तू वापस आ जा। अच्छा कैल और ब्लेक। कैल, हाउ मच लॉन्गर डू यू थिंक वी हैव टू स्टे आउट हियर? एज लॉन्ग एज आई रोप। व्हाट? हाउ लॉन्ग इज द रोप? एज लॉन्ग एज इट नीड्स टू बी। हाँ, आई वाज जस्ट टायर्ड। अच्छा, ये इन दोनों की हिस्ट्री बता रहा है लगता है। Stop making excuses. I don't mean to ruin anything. If you're really tired, then go to sleep. Here in the snow? No, in the luxury down bed we have got. Yes, out here. Dad won't be mad after this, right? He will if you keep asking things like that. But I'm so cold. Yes, that's kind of the point. I wanna go inside. Stop complaining. It's your fault for in this situation in the first place. I'm sorry. No, you're not. I am. You're sounding like him. Better him than you. अच्छा, ये कौन था? फिर तो रिफ्लेक्शन है। यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? नीचे। रैडमस नहीं, एस था वो, जीरो और वो थे ईवी, ईव और लूमी। अच्छा, ये ताका को मारने का सीन कुछ एपिसोड पहले की बात है ये। इनफ। लूना आ गई। हाउ डू यू डू राम? इट हैज बीन अ फेयर फ्यू मोमेंट्स सिंस आवर लास्ट विजिट, हैज इट नॉट? बट लेट अस नॉट linger on this. I fear you have dallied here far too long as I is. Hmm, I do not fault you for it. This is my home rather than yours, so I will handle this place from here. Please, the way forward is yours alone. अच्छा, ये कहाँ गए? अनबिलीवेबल। एलियस, Sarah, or Shelley. Amidst everything, look who it is once again. Are you yourself, Ram? Please don't be alarmed. It's only me. I recognize this somewhat unfortunate visage for you to return to, so allow me. Perhaps you will remember me better this way. If you would be so kind, please pay no mind to my appearance before. It was one of my more, shall we say, historic headpieces. Perhaps I can explain in time, but for now, Miss Fuklin, have you seen? No one, no, all is lost after all. No, for good. Sarah, yeah, I see that. But too much has been. We aren't doing so well, you see. This requires some damage control. Nurse Rajumas is on the case. I do not have medical qualification, but I do promise to help as best as I can. A male nurse joy? Whoever heard of that? Now listen, my dear, we don't discriminate here in the healthcare industry. Besides, no one heard of anything until it was invented. So let us not be too quick to dismiss new developments. The new developments have dismissed themselves. I should have known. This is the only way things go. You certainly can choose to believe that if you are happy doing so. But I suspect you are not. Of course I am not. No one would be happy knowing that they'll lose everything sooner or later. At least this way we don't get hurt. Au contraire, you are hurt all the same. You're only taking on the pain now as just opposed to later. And with no guarantee when you where later might arrive, you bear an awful lot of wounds in the meantime. Is it truly worth it, I wonder? And what about you? Aren't you upset over losing her? Over both of them? Of course I am. But for better or worse, I'm a veteran when it comes to losing hers. One might say I've been bearing an awful lot of wounds through some mean times. And another might say we are often to tell others the advice we ourselves need to hear. And yet another might say that it's better to focus on those whom we still have. For instance, saving that girl was rather heroic of you. This pity doesn't suit your triumph. What triumph? I couldn't stop them. Any of them. What's broken can't be fixed. Clearly it can't be replaced either. ये हो क्या गया है इस एरिया को? There's no going back. And yet Ram has come. Who knows if it is another yet might. But I believe we are being rude to a new arrival. Ram must be quite confused by now. बिल्कुल confused है. I will explain. I had been here and there before Luna informed me that she has been contacted. She told me that a friend had summoned her to this place. I thought it's curious. I thought it curious, so I thought to escort her. That's where I came to be here. Well, what? How's it? Radamus, it's an adventure. An elevator with cut cable frosting and sprinkles of glass all over it. I believe I'll wait for supper. Indeed, one must need to be mad to climb down through this. So I'll take it you're going immediately. I just might. Kadivyor. Luna too, what are you doing here? How do you do, mother? And that seems that person must be based on the stage at Radamus. Radamus M. Van Hanen, to be precise. My heart resents your words, but I, on the other hand, am honored to make your acquaintance. I heard so much about you, madam. Likewise. Luna dear, are you unwell? Are you crying? I am perfectly fine. There's no need to be worried about me. I'm just very happy. I'm happy to get you both back. Right. So, Miss Oakland, what brings you to these remote parts? Parenting. Well, it seems you have come to the right place. I didn't mean. I suppose so. And now we have finally have the whole family together. What a wonderful but shocking turn of events. Miss Fugren, would I be right in deducing that this magnificent Gadivar was the one who directed you to this place? What preposterous! You would. The slander. Gadivar, you were the one who arranged this rendezvous. Why the audacity to imply such thing? I could faint on the very spot. Gadivar. La la la, fainting over here. Thank you. Truly. Madam, I need to find my son. And should he be here, we shall. Bennett की बात कर रही है. Don't you think it's wise to go together? I know better than count on others staying. Mother, and even if it is unwise, don't you not think it's kind? Fine, I understand. I'll go with you all. Fantastic. Sarah joined the party. Although I do not wish to be inconvenienced, I very much appreciate it. What I have got myself now. Something messy, something wonderful. At least take me out to dinner before that. Thought I would suppose you might have a certain amount of charm, were it not for the goofy hat. Now you listen here. I may have set you two up, but don't forget that master belongs to me. Madam, I assure you, were it not for goofy hats, I would have nothing at all. You don't say. Then I suppose you got a step over me after all. Mother, please do not say things like that now. I know very well how much loss you have felt throughout your life, but unless it can somehow be changed, there is no use in lamenting that which we cannot have in favor of appreciating that which we can. Aren't we losing sight of the situation here? We are only working together. It's not like we are about to be a happy little family forever or something. That might depend on who you ask. And speaking of working together, just what exactly are you all doing up here? Parenting. I have received a summon to this place from my dear friend Shade. अच्छा Shade इसका दोस्त है. Of course, I simply had to answer it. He was just assessing viability of the glass pit of death you see before you as an entrance. Glass pit of that sounds like it's about my speed. That's not all glass down there. There's ice too. Goodness, you can tell from such a height. Oh please, who do you think I am? More importantly, it hasn't melted yet. Whatever happened here happened recently. The plot thickens. It seems we are even less alone than we thought. If we might be of some service to whoever is responsible for this, let's make haste. I'm sure must be a less destructive dated entrance. Then let's scout and find out that. Right. We can do it, or my name isn't Ash Ketchum. Who? But Master, your name isn't Ash Ketchum. And even that can't stop us. Come on, let's be off. We found an elevator for open use in the building nearby. And so we made our way through the factory with little difficulty, I presume, thanks in part to you, Ram. But as soon as we arrived in this room where we saw... Acha, you know what it's time for? Lights, cameras, and drama. Quickly, give them to Volcarena. Ram handed over the sapphire bracelets. अच्छा, हमने sapphire bracelets hypnotize हुए थे तो हमने इसको दे दिया. Ram, we should have guessed it was you. Excellent work, Volcarona. Thank you. We suspect that it's not quite the Ram we know. Bennett, oh, for mother. Why do you have to come here too? For you, obvio. Your hair, it looks better. Former model, Lena. I'm a very mother, thank you. Now please go. I do not wish for you to get dragged into this. We should have thought of that before we went and joined up with a terrorist organization. Firstly, they're more of a religious organization than a terrorist one. Secondly, I don't approve of everything they do. I'm just doing a few jobs for them until I've paid my dues. You'll be paying your dues for a while when we're out of here. Come on, or you're grounded for the next 45 years. Make it 50, I'm not coming home. You can't treat me like a child forever, mother. Zero, what are the lights doing? It's just a momentary dip in power. Don't think it's anything to worry about. You may not be a child, but your actions truly becoming of an adult. My actions, I'm sorry, I cannot risk for a second take you on seriously with that ridiculous mask on. I told him it was awful. Not all hats are created equal, but that doesn't mean they deserve any less respect. Mother, how do you manage to make every new perfume weirder than the last? Don't get the wrong idea here. Besides, you should already know that my master is vigorously taken. Do you have do you have to phrase it like that? It has been a wild card of yours. Not long enough if you ask me. I don't fault you for treating that way. Please understand that I am no longer the same person you once knew. I I would rather everyone let past go, but I understand that won't be possible, especially for you, Luna. I beg your pardon. I offer my sincerest apologies for how I acted before, but you need not accept them. There would be little point in doing so anyway. I disrespected you by treating you as an object before a person. There's no excuse for this. Zero is the pulse using too much power or something. The energy readings appear to be within acceptable levels. The stupid thing just keeps power cycling for some reason, but it doesn't seem to have interpreted hypnosis, so please don't worry. We'll continue to analyze it. So don't get hesitant if you want us to use RAM to grind them into dust. That man seems mildly unwell. Zero, we only need to subdue them, not do anything drastic. Subdue them, huh? Okay now, would you be so kind? Zero, that's not. So that's how it is. You have Ram hypnotized, and that hideous pulse back there is the source. Then there is not only only one thing we must do, is there not? We must defeat Ram in order to free him. They were wise to seize Ram as their defensive line, given that he has bested of all of us at some point, but not all of us together. Wait, Master, there was not something you wished to do, there not? Please allow me to begin. अच्छा ये थी जो हमारी सेकंड बैटल जो हुई थी केन और शैली के बाद, इससे हुई थी. Luna, you please be silent. You came to have changed, but you have chosen no side. If you are genuine in your pride exaltation, then do what it is you set out to do for yourself now. Bennett, you mean that if I truly respect you as a person, I don't need not take pity on or spare you as an enemy? It was never my intention for it to come to this, but so be it. I will cut I will cut the ties myself. Ram, defeat Luna. और ये हमने हरा दिया था. So that's it. But this was only natural outcome. There's no standing up to us anymore. With Ram on our side, we might as well be invincible. Are you sure of that? After all, my only role here is to soften enough for my parents to overcome. We'll triumph as a family, if you will. Don't worry, dear Luna. Even though Ram, there's no way we'll lose to. Even through Ram, there is no way we'll lose to those creeps. Right, Master? I suppose it's our turn after all. Miss Oakland, may I have the honor of this battle? Last time a man asked me that, he left the arena crying. That's a risk I'm interested in taking right now. Then let's hope you can satisfy. Seriously, brother, I'm going to be sick here, and this situation is stacked. Ram used these. Ram, Bennett Ram, tossed Ram the full resource. अच्छा अब ये समझ में आया कि हमारी हेल्थ फुल कैसे हो जाती थी. And Zero, please actually do something already. That's your cue, Ram. Go get them. और ये हमने थर्ड बैटल हरा दी थी. Just what is that trainer made of? Providence, I suspect. I see, so in the end, it still hasn't been enough. Ram performs even better than I expected. Perhaps I underestimated that woman, and so it's all thanks to my pulse. You do not forget that I was the one who did the work. But it's okay, you helped a lot too. And just what part of this you are proud of? None of this was necessary. You could have just put them to sleep from the start. Well, this was helpful to test. Don't speak. The only thing that has been tested is your willingness to indulge. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You have been just enjoying puppeting Ram around as an outlet for your frustrations with them. That's nothing is gained by battling now when we just put them to rest anyway. But you said, I said to actually do something, not to waste time and jeopardize the pulse's security in a 1 versus 2 scenario. I will take responsibility for the battle with Luna, but this fight served no other purpose than to stroke your own ego. I just wanted to make sure Ram was fully under control. You wanted to feel that control. I assume because you have lacked autonomy over your own body for so long. Am I wrong? And I read your file. You were just a grunt before joining those two girls, correct? ये Lumi और Eve की बात कर रही है. Not an effective one either. Those were your only chance to stand out, which is why you cling to them even now. This kind of behavior you demonstrated today exemplifies incompetence. अब ये पूरी स्टोरी समझ में है कि क्या हुआ था असल में हमारे साथ. You let your emotions get in the way of your outcome. Until you learn to set ambitions aside and truly focus on yourself and your goals, you will never change. Did that missionary teach you that? No, mother. That man has done little more than for me than to place me in the footsteps my feet that are not fit to fill. Even now, I understand that I cannot hope to fully live up to the title of Elite Four. In realizing I learned to step back and take more serious approach to self-improvement, I believe the results should speak for themselves. Results don't speak louder than you are still sitting on the wrong side of the coin. Is it wrong to return one steps? That's the end of a mean does not make its meaning ending it. Are you sure you're not turning from your own choices? Zero, this has dragged on for far too long already. You truly want to make yourself useful? Put them all to sleep already so we can move on. Sell, got it. You'll be out of our way for good now. You won't. Adivyor, you're only injured from that fight. There's no need to push yourself further. This would put Master to sleep. Toss him aside and never let him wake up again. Maybe dispose of him outright after what he did. I'll I'll never never at I will never ever let that happen. ये क्या हो रहा है? What is she doing? As you know, Guardians are fiercely loyal to their trainers. It is said that they will do anything in their power to protect their trainer, even if it costs them their life. अच्छा ये इनका पोकेडेक्स का डेटा बोल लिया ये कार्डिव्योर का कार्डिव्योर don't try to stop me. This is what I need to do for you. Rather than doing something dramatic, though I thought I know you're such a fan of that. Let us have faith in the world and our other companions. Who is left? Who can stop Ram? Who won't just be put to sleep? Gadivir, please. No, this is the only way. I'll destroy that machine altogether. This is my purpose. This is not your. Yes, it is. To make sure you lived on. All those years ago. This is what she asked me to do. She? No harm will come to you, Master Gadivir. You have my word. You think we can believe you after everything? He will sleep and nothing more. When it is over, he will wake. I do not wish to see you hurt either. Liar. After what you have done to Luna Ram and what Demeter intends to do after this, you want to make allowances now? I never believed that. Cheh, this is energy. In the most dire of circumstances, it is said that Kadivar can use all of its power to go so far, even creating a small black hole. That's right. No matter how strong that pulse might be, I can erase it altogether. Zero. I can set this right, and I will. Let Kane go. See that before it's too late. On it. Master, whatever happens, please remember. I will always love you more than she or anyone else ever could. Zero. I've got it. Are we too late? Our energy is spiraling out of control. Everyone get out of here. What about Ram and the others? There's no time. Oh, whole Karana already. Oh, अच्छा अब हम समझे कि ये void में आ गए थे. If you have ever walked into class late, you'll know what it's like. Heads turn, eye peel. You think of thousand things they did not but feel all the same. In that moment, your soul starts in the sky, and they're trying to sleep. Expectation and anxiety are frequent guests at an otherwise unplanned tea party, and while their sugar sits untouched, the sun is setting too far toward slowly. Never soon enough, it will be time for them to go along their way. They will retire for the evening, home to their wives, to their children. Children who grow tired, children who grow up asleep, but still you must peel their eyes. It's there comes a time in every child's life where they must lay down, pinch the corners of a fabric, and pull the tablecloth right away. Enough, she says, and follows the light out. When there is only one path, there is only one way to go. And when in the darkness that path cannot be seen at all, there you are free. For my the time has come for me to follow my own infinity. Farewell, mother. Farewell, father. It has been like a dream. Acha. No, 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 no. Why? Why? Why did control? Control right? Incompetence. This is how always it is. This is how always it is. Best is not good enough. Best is not good enough. I told you why zero. What do we do? What to do? Eve, tell me what to do, we should do. Report back to Labradora. Lynn will want to know what's happened. I'll take the bracelet and finish from here. That's right, that's right. As long as we have the sapphire bracelet, it's okay. She won't be mad, she won't be mad. Will she? Go. Yes. Gardevoir, I'm sorry it has come to this. Mother, are you alright? Never better. Good. And Luna? Where's Luna? Do you know what happened to Luna? Luna stepped into that black hole on her own. She is that is this the end you hope to achieve? Shut up. I don't want to hear it from someone who couldn't even control his own Pokemon. Then from whom would you prefer to hear it? Is this the only person you listen to? Acha, don't kid me. He and I used to use each other, nothing more. I have no respect for his beliefs or his goals, but you enact them all the same, with little alternative. But now that you mention it, I can disappear from here. They will conclude I was lost in the damage. I can break free from this now. Why did it cost Luna? And get away, thank you. Whether you may rest assured I will never meddle with this group again. You are still grounded. That's fine, I'm still not coming home. You need to destroy the surveillance footage here. And what about your cohort? He will make a report, correct? I'm a fool. I have to stop him immediately. Excuse me? Oh, you are awake now. Laura, I'm glad you're safe. Miss Belrose, I'm deeply sorry for what happened. I heard that those ones belong to your family. Please take them. Bennett gave Laura the sapphire bracelets. I don't understand. There's no time, I have to hurry. Maybe I could help you. Your confusion is apparent. Listen, it's because of me that you lost your position as a member of the Elite Four. Elite Four. Alice created a false notice of termination, and then we hypnotized you to handwrite a letter of resignation. And I took over your spot. And I'm truly sorry for what happened. But right now I must go. Does that mean I can't help? You're a deeply concerning person. Let me put it more simply. I've been your enemy. There's no reason for you to help me. I think there is. Two people have to be defined by their flaws and mistakes. Even if we are not defined by them, we cannot just ignore them. I understand that you must have done some bad things, but I understand that you are doing your best to change. If I can be of any help, I would like to. You sound just like her. I have two sisters, and they aren't particularly spotless either. Nobody is. Still, I have learned that in order to survive, I have to work together no matter what. Fine, do whatever you want. There's something this shed man in black currently is going on foot from here to Labrador. Can you catch him? If we can't change the weather, my Pokemon should be able to outspeed anyone. I'll do it. Then I'll destroy the security footage here and meet up with you. And I'll see if I can bring some food. Despite our systems, you must be starving after sleeping for so long. We can work out the deals with Elite Four then. Okay? That sounds wonderful. Deal, let's go quickly. अच्छा उसके साथ चला गया. So much for a little happy little family. Luna, Kadivio, Kane and even Ram. Everyone always disappears. It does not make a bad situation worse by exercising its extremes. Shade आ गया. Shade ला हमको. Unbelievable. And here we are. I don't know by what means or matter the shade pulled you back into this world. But it appears you have business that you are not yet permitted to quit. If I may be your support, how was it on you that you managed to return? Luna herself showed you the way. Luna did. Then it seems that there are still miracles that defy understanding. Would you still your Will you still hold your wounds closed, Miss Folklane? I don't know what to count on anymore. Maybe nothing. Now you're getting it. Let us presume to hope that she will be back. She will be back one day. For never know who will stroll through the door next. Everyone is always coming and going, and coming right back. Ram, you made it back. Anna आ गया. Anna आ गई. Not that I've doubted Nostra or anything. Sarah, where did these kids come from? Oh my God. Are you okay? What happened? I'm sorry. Noel भी आ गया. Those cracks over his skin. Do you need help? On my skin? Am I getting wrinkles again? No, not wrinkles, cracks. See all over hair and hair. I don't worry about it. She always sees things other people don't. That seems safe. It's not always cheese. Really, what are you doing here? This isn't place for children. Nah, huh? If this wasn't place for children, then why would we be here? That's what I'm asking. We're here for him. Hypno made us sleep so that the poor Hypno couldn't. Then we came to meet him. Hi, cute head. Have you been crying? Not anymore. You're really just like her. Come here. Wait, don't tell me you are there. What? Like it's everyone didn't see that coming. I didn't know how I could have come to that conclusion, having just met you and all. How to kept you waiting for so long. It's all very alright. I'm just happy to see you again. Gotten, you've both gotten so big. The last time I saw you, just little this tiny. And if it's anyone should be sorry to keep someone waiting, it's me. You would deserve so much more. So इनका father लगता है मेरे को. So let not say that it is the only way it could have happened. I do know how it is that is. So you've still got it. That's a relief. Of course I do. You would never willingly let go of something you gave us. And that Clifford too. His name is Nomos. Nomos, hello, it's nice to meet you too. He says hi. I'll just tell him Tell him everything Nomo says, not just the first part. Noel, you said, and if I currently, you go by Anna. Yep, that's us. Shouldn't you already know that? Those aren't the names that your mother chose for you. Painter, Fantasia. पेंटर कौन रखता है अपने बच्चे का नाम यार? Those are such cool names. She had some flair about her. But when I had to go, let you go, I purposely withheld your name so that there would be no way they could find you. Who is they? Team Meteor. Will you tell us why Team Meteor was after you? It's not simple story, but I can well say that it clearly as I can. Mistakes and lessons waiting to be learned, and some might even say I have been very well educated indeed. During one such lesson, a certain person helped me understand that particular objects could be very dangerous in that observation. So I did what I had to install those particular objects. In order to disguise their origin, I asked them, a close friend, to fashion each of them into jewelry. Jewelry was a passion of his back then. He was unprepared for the energy of those keys held, and one of them broke in half. He was able to recover it, and then he did fantastic work with the others, so I gave him one of the finished pieces as thanks. And others I sought out buyers. In particular, I searched for very strong traders who would be able to effectively defend the pieces should Meteor try to recover them. Caroline and Monty were the first. With two gym leaders together, I felt like certain defeat was here. They chose the sapphire key to match their eldest daughter's name. Next was Mr. Moliner. He chose the ring for his engagement. The last one I entrusted to the beauty who showed me the light. That was your mother. I reinvented myself with a new name, new personality, and new history. Ram, I hope you will forgive me for deceiving you. My wealth never came from my success as a chess player. It came from the sales of those keys and few extra digits taken from Meteor's coffers. Always hoped that I would be able to fulfill your mother's dream living in a castle. That's so cool. I do not defend thievery, but I dare say it was better use of the money than they would have found for it. And for a time she was happy. I thought it would all end happily. But turns happily ever after just means that next story hasn't started yet. The to learn of what I had done and who I was and where the keys were. So it began anew. My mother was a walking miracle. For better or worse, people often outlive their miracles. After her disappearance, I was scared both of your safeties. I didn't want any harm to come to you, so I had to make sure that you don't get mixed up with them. And just look how that turned out. It's best. I knew what you were doing your best. Whatever it was, right or not. Here, you should have this back. Ram gave Anna the amethyst pendant. She had it. I was so sad after it was taken. I was so sad that I got sick and almost died of sickness. Why did you give it to her? It was not for one of my better plays, perhaps. I was hoping Timothy would never find it if it was with you too. But instead, it gave them cause to seek you out. Perhaps sentimentality got better of me. Whether this was right or wrong. No. I mean, why did they give it to her and not me? Why is Anna the one that's always special? Ah, here, you can keep it. No, that's okay. I don't want it. I just wanted to know. You deserve it more than I do. It's just not what about deserving it or not. Just take it. And I can't even hear no more. I never could. I should hold to something like that. I know you can't. What? That's okay. You'll understand eventually. If you ever want to hold the pendants, just ask me, okay? Okay. So why did you give it to Anna? It was your mother's before. I simply thought it would suit her better. But it seems that there may have some cause and effect in your similarities after all. Still, I understand that was unfair to you. I hope you can forgive me. It's not like that it matters. I still don't understand any of you. However do you mean? It has been how many years and you still go on like just nothing happened. You act like you all knew the whole time that you would meet here. The future had a funny way of never being how we know it. But we never had to know. All we had to do was decide. The future cannot hold a candle to resolution. Well, to tell the truth, I knew all along. It was just a matter of waiting for the right timing. And since I knew Daddy would be lonely in this meantime, I asked my friend to help out. I beg your pardon, to whom you're referring? Mr. Shadow, of course. You're referring to the same shade that Luna spoke of? Yep. Ask Mr. Shadow to lead her to you so that you won't be alone like before. Then when she came to stay with me, was that you're doing as well? No. It was either she or Mr. Shadow did that on their own. And just now, when she stepped back into the black hole, was that in your plan? She did what? I see. In other words, she was never meant to leave me, because then you would have just been lonely again. Plus, I think she would have made a great older sister. Don't you know, Elle? I still don't know who you're talking about. But even when they meant to stick around, no one does. No one is always there, but somebody always is. It means there's some nobody to miss. You're unbelievable. What? I can totally be believed. Right, Noel? Sometimes. Noel. But despite being unbelievable, here you all are. And that just means you need to change your beliefs of how you see things isn't an accurate reflection of reality. Then why keep looking that way? You're the last person who should be saying that. Not the first. A reflection of reality, huh? In that case, maybe it's better to just put up the mirror down. Let there be no reflection after all. And see things however works best for you. Smooth talking runs in the family, doesn't it? They got it from their mother. I don't think that's true. Maybe we all did. Maybe we all have room to learn from them too. It's tough to lose people, but you can just lean on people still around you. So that depends on now. Hey, now who's the parent here? Oops. But you are, of course, correct. Only meant that I had to say goodbye to Gardevoir and Luna to say hello to you, not to mention the other boy. But I'll admit, it could have been such much worse given the circumstances. Perhaps the only reason the damage was so minimal was because Gardevoir fought to control herself even through their hypnosis. Loyal to the very end, that's something I'm not used to. Maybe it's time we change that. No excuses. Sorry to interrupt. You did it. You did it. Great job, both of you. Did you open a daycare service while I wasn't looking? Maybe if I also wasn't looking. Okay, everybody. They are my friends Lumi and Eve. अच्छा. Zell. Zero Eve और Lumi. तो ये Lumi और Eve ये हैं. Hi. We've caused a lot of trouble for you. Please accept my apologies. I believe the man in black who was here before he had called out to you. That is correct if pitiable. It's kind of a long story, but basically we're stuck together with him for a long time in the same body. I wouldn't recommend the experience. In a sense, we had to work for T-meter the entire time. I believe the pulse systems that have been used to create nearly insurmountable degree of trouble. Oh, thanks for that. Hey, she didn't do it because she wanted to. I agreed to develop machines for T-meter only under the condition that Lumi's physical body would be adequately preserved, that both of our bodies would be. You do not need to keep putting yourself aside. Always needed to find a way to restore ourselves to our proper bodies. But working together was impossible when we didn't even have a privacy of our own thoughts. Privacy of our own thoughts. I'm happy to be back, but I wish we didn't have to lose that poor magnesium for it. And full control took a little while to get used to again. It was difficult at first, yes. Thank you again for what you did. Totally. And what exactly was that? Noel and I switched places with these girls. Nosa said that it would be really important for them to wake up right away. Thanks to that, we were able to help Ram reach this place. We didn't move through the vents to a team meter and stole our Pokemon back to help Ram. Thanks for taking good care of Clayson, Ram. You're welcome. Even though what happened after Ram actually got here could have gone better. Yeah. And don't get us wrong, Ram. We're not trying to fault you. But we know Zero would try to use Hypno to control you, so we tried to stop it. We tried to cut the system power as soon as he used it on you. But unfortunately, Power Supply had auto reboot function. I hadn't accounted for this to preempt it. So all we were able to do was power cycle the system. We were hoping if we did enough, maybe it would make enough holes in the control scheme for Ram to break through. But you saw the result. That's okay, you tried your best you could. I really feel bad for Kane. He never even had a chance to act on his own from the time he came here when he fell into the black hole. Yeah, but Ram came back, so maybe he can too. Speaking of coming back, it's maybe prudent for us to quit this place before too long. Would it be alright for us to go with you? We really don't know who has returned to get away from Team Meteor. Are you kidding? Not only you can come with us, you have to. I see no reason why not. But even we'll be waiting in Calcino City. Add some information about Team Meteor while that will be of relevance to you all as well. What should we do about this one? Hey there, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up. Look at the friends surrounding you. What happened? Where's Ken? We have to explain it for now. We need to get going. By the way, there was that boy sleeping in one of the elevators. Hardy की बात करिए. That sounded like a cozy place. We tried to wake him up after hypnosis with sword, but he still wouldn't move. Even Glacian's heal pull wouldn't work, so he just went right back to sleep every time. We'll see what we can do. Should worst come to worst, I'll carry him myself. Can you really get him up by yourself all the way to Calcino? Certainly not. But as long as we have our Pokemon, anything is possible. Don't worry, Daddy, you'll see her again. Nosa said so. Did she now? Then I suppose I have no choice but to believe it. Let us be on our way. Ram, you coming with us too, right? Yes. Here we can all go together. और हम लोग आ गए कैल्सिनोन सिटी। यहाँ पे मैं सेव हील कर लेता हूँ। तो गाइस अब हम लोग यहाँ पे एपिसोड ख़त्म करते हैं। बहुत ज़्यादा बैक स्टोरी पता चली, बहुत सारे कैरेक्टर्स का इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ, एंड आगे की स्टोरी अब कंटिन्यू करेंगे नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में। टेक केयर, sayonara, पीस।